Time for one last look around the lobby of the historic El Rancho Hotel. Time to get out on the road and see what Day 12 has to offer. Good morning from Route 66 in New Mexico, at least for a couple more miles. Greetings from Arizona. We are just off of Interstate 40 along the path of old Route 66, and we are at Fort Courage. Now this place has got it all when it comes to abandonment. From the kitschy sign to the abandoned gas station, still with some fairly modern looking gas pumps in place, to this pancake house slash Taco Bell, to this replica fort. Like, this place has got it all going on. Now, depending on what source you believe, this is either was used as a set from the 1960s TV show F Troop, or it was built as a replica of the fort from that movie. I don't know which one is true, but either way, it's still an impressive abandoned structure. And if you believe the sign out front, it's for sale, so you could probably own the whole thing. No idea what the cost of it is, but really, does it matter if you've got the money to buy a fort? Alright, well, let's throw the drone up in the air and take a look at what this place looks like from the air. Stretching out behind me there is a dirt road. It is not Route 66, but it is going to hopefully, and I say hopefully because there are a number of things that can go wrong at this point, hopefully take us out to the access road, which is old Route 66, that we're going to follow to the Painted Desert Trading Post. So follow along. This is going to be a lot of fun, I think. Alright, so this is where the pavement is ended, and we're setting out. Now, there has been some rain in Arizona, but we're thinking that we're just going to play it by ear and see how it goes. And that's, like I said, one of the things that can go wrong out here is if we get to a washout that doesn't look like we can cross, then we're going to have to abort the mission. But the Painted Desert Trading Post, or the PDTP as it's often known, is one of, was probably in my top 3 things that I wanted to see on this trip. So we're going to give it a shot. All right, we have reached we've gotten through the first obstacle, which was the dirt road coming out here. This is obstacle number 2. This is a process we need to follow, and you can see it's outlined here. We need to get through this Bluetooth lock in order to get on to what was Route 66 through the Painted Desert. Lee is back in the truck sending a text message. Now, what's supposed to happen, and what we're hoping is going to happen, is the text message will be received, and we're going to get a link to donate $10 to the Painted Desert Trading Post Co-op, and also a link to download an app that's going to let us into the Bluetooth gate here. So she's going to send that text. We'll see what happens. We've been assured by Roman Rich himself that, we will get a response. So we're going to give it a shot and see what happens. But here we go. All right, so we're getting through our obstacles. We gave Roman Rich Dinkla a call. He gave us the instructions, so he sent a link to the PayPal app, and Emily's just going to log into that and make our donation to the Painted Desert Trading Post Co-op. And once that goes through, they'll send us a link with an app that we'll use to get in the gate. So we're slowly knocking the obstacles off one by one.
Oh my God, it worked!
Oh! Right on.
That's amazing. The joys of technology. That's seriously cool.
Now, of course, the second challenge is we have to lock the gate behind us and hope we can get out.
And not get tetanus.
And not get tetanus, okay. Now, for anyone who has any doubt about how much we've been looking forward to this, keep this as a sense of perspective. We have driven 6,255 kilometers to get to this point, to be on this alignment of highway. Okay, this is really cool. We just came over a rise, and check it out. There it is. You can probably barely see it in this shot, but there it is on the horizon. Well, not on the horizon, below the horizon. The Painted Desert Trading Post, and some antelope out there. But it's there. The PDTP, people. We are going to likely make it. Actually, what am I saying? We're probably going to make it. I don't care at this point. We'll walk the rest of the way if we have to. All right, there you go. We made it. We are at the Painted Desert Trading Post, which, like I said, was probably one of my top 3 things to see on this trip. So I can't believe we're finally here. I mean, check this out. This is so fantastic. I am so happy to be here. I have to be careful. I've got to watch for desert creatures as I walk up here. I'm so excited. I've been forgetting to check the ground under my feet, but I won't make that mistake again. stick our head inside here, you can see the tremendous cleanup effort that Rich and the Route 66 Co-op Association have put in, or sorry, the Painted Desert Trading Post Co-op have put into cleaning up the interior of it here. Look at that pile of debris that they shoveled together here so that you can get a good look at what the inside looks like. It's a fantastic building. I mean, the building is in pretty rough shape, but I mean, you look at the words on the side here, the rugs, the curios, the jewelry, the cold drinks. I mean, we've seen signs that are in much worse condition on buildings that haven't been abandoned for this long. You can see some bullet holes. There's always got to be somebody to damage our history. This section here looks like it was an addition put on later at some point. But again, it's been nicely cleaned up inside. All right, kind of coming around the back of it here. Lots of downed metal and things. Obviously has blown off the roof over the years. We could see from the drone footage that the roof had a lot of metal sheathing on it at one point. A lot of it's still up there, but a lot of it has dropped off.
Dan, there is a snake in the building.
Whoa!
In the building. It's in there, but I see it. So.
Okay, hang on. All right, so we have visual confirmation of a snake inside the building. Not surprising. We're just gonna...
Draped over that partition.
Oh, yeah. There he is. He's draped over the concrete partition. I'll zoom in on him here. There he is. We knew there would be desert creatures out here, so we are not surprised. He's just hanging out there. Whoops.
Probably a lot of mice in there.
Yeah, he's just hanging out there having a good old time. We're not going to bother him at all. And we're just going to, keep our eyes open, make sure there's none of his brethren out here. So just to kind of give you the idea of the terrain we're going through around the building here, you can see where there is a lot of places where snakes or desert creatures could be hiding. So we're being very careful, watching our step as we explore the building. It's, the interstate isn't far away, but we're a long way from getting any help if something were to go wrong out here. So I moved around to the other side of the building here, or to the, I guess this would be the west side, just to give you an idea of the size of the snake. There's his other half. You can see he's just kind of hanging out on the concrete there, keeping an eye on us, making sure we're not bothering him in any way. It's Painted Desert Trading Post has been a welcome, respite for people for decades, or it was, and now it's home for this little fella.
This place was a highlight of the trip for both of us. I've always wanted to go here. I've seen it featured in postcards when it was still an actual trading post, to the state that it's in now, and maybe a little worse, because huge shout out to Roman Ridge and the Route 66 Co-op for essentially saving this building and making it available to crazy people like us that want to come see it and freak out.
That is most likely it from the Painted Desert Trading Post. We got some drone footage, we got to look around the outside of the building, we saw a snake. We put the drone up, flew it out to a homestead that's about 700 meters in back behind there, so got some shots of that. Came back along the river, looked at the bridge and some of the old cars that are in the embankment there. We're going to take a drive a little further down the road and just take a look at the bridge close up in person. And then it's time to work our way back to the gate. Hope the technology works so we can actually get out and get back on the road. It's a short day on the road. We're only going as far as Holbrook, Arizona today. So it's not so bad that we're, well into the afternoon now and we've only made it a few miles from where we started. This was absolutely fantastic, totally worth it. it was a very short day in terms of distance, but a fairly long day in terms of exploration. We hit the Painted Desert trading post. We got to actually see the Painted Desert itself, the petrified forest, a lot of stuff on the road today, and we're finally in at the Wigwam Motel in Holbrook, Arizona. Okay, yes, I want you to unlock it. There we go. And we are, it's bigger than I thought it would be, actually.
Nice.
Look at that, there's even a little TV. Ooh, let there be light.
Isn't it adorable?
It is going to be perfect for our little one-night stay.
Yeah, it's quite spacious. Oh, I like this little retro desk.
Yeah, that is.
The Navajo blanket bedspread, the tile floor. Oh, I think it's fabulous.
Ah, here's a switch. I'll bet you this is for the bathroom. Nope. Okay, I don't know what.
Oh, here, this one.
Oh, I didn't see that up there. There we go. Check this out. Let's try this again with light. Believe it or not, this is not the smallest bathroom we have had on this trip. And there's the cute little shower with another miniature shower head that's only going to get you wet from the waist down. But that's it.